Yeah.
All right, you come up the stairs.
I would I would join them.
I holster my rifle and I pull out a shotgun.
Bitch sitting in our place like she owns the goddamn place. Look at this.
Oh, it's just sitting. I see.
She'll kind of look at your weapons and kind of chuckle and say, "If it really makes you feel better, I'll let you keep those. But my name is Lieutenant Veronica Stiles. You might not recognize me, but you might recognize the name, no?"
I was gonna ask if we had a reputation.
Do we
If she
have
had a
the role?
reputation we knew about?
Or would I recognize the name? I did time with the crew. I don't know.
Yeah, it's something you're all here for. She'll gesture toward a group of chairs and motion for you guys to sit down.
Mateo will, but he'll grab a bottle. He'll grab two. Swig from one and set that one in front of her, and then take the other and start sipping on it.
Fine. Standing behind my chair. Or I'm gonna make a token.
While you guys are sitting down,
I can do that for you, homie.
she, Lieutenant Stiles, produces a small screen and begins to play a video for you guys. The video starts off as a POV footage of what appears to be some kind of musical event in a parking lot.
Oh. Uh-oh.
The POV that's being recorded is standing on the edge of a crowd when it is approached by two figures, which you guys immediately recognize as Ubik and Mateo. The person recording the footage runs from you guys, and after a brief pursuit, the footage abruptly ends with footage of the front of a truck. When it ends, Lieutenant Stiles will look over at you and say, "Would you guys like to explain to me why your faces are the last thing my daughter saw?"
Oh, so this is the girl in the crowd who fried herself.
You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or got hit by a truck, it seems like.
It sounds like she falls.
I was trying to remember if I hit her with the vehicle, but I don't think I did.
Yeah, I was sitting here like, who got ran over? But, yeah.
No, wait, she did fry herself. That's right. Never mind. You're right. She was supposed to get hit by a truck, but you guys prevented her from going out into the road. Never mind. That was on me.
God, part of me
I'll
wants to be an
say-
ass about it. I don't see myself on that video. I don't know what you're talking about.
Mateo will say, we believe that your daughter is connected to a series of events that have, oh fuck, is it Biotechnica? Who is the place that we think is making these?
Ziggurat.
Cigarette?
Ziggurat. Your daughter was tied up, seems to have been tied up in a case with Ziggurats. Faulty chips that are not faulty, but somebody remotely frying people when we get too close to information. We meant her no harm, but she was a suspect at the time.
He was a suspect of causing arson, essentially, at a concert. We were hired to provide security. She fit the profile of a suspicious person, and we just merely went to go talk to her. She ran, and then what we could observe fried herself, or her chip fried. I'm going the honest route.
This actually works out the best for you. Lieutenant Stiles will kind of narrow her eyes to look at you for a minute. Say, maybe you guys aren't fools after all.
Debatable.
What exactly were you investigating that led you to my daughter?
We weren't. Yeah.
That's when I would say
We-
the cigarette chip thing.
Oh,
That's
we were
right, yeah.
investigating something else, weren't we, at that time?
If you want to be technical about it, we
were
were looking
protecting-
into arsons that were happening around a specific band that played in the city. She just happened to be in the crowd, and well, somehow her string crossed another string we had going on.
That led you edgerunners to uncover faulty, cyberware coming from Ziggurat?
There was another person right after your daughter collapsed who did have cans of gasoline, and when we went to stop them, they too had a short in their chip.
They're
So
kind
it
of
was
stopper.
multiple people.
We've encountered a few since, and I think one or two before that. This has been something we've been on the trail of, but has led to many dead ends. One of which appears to have been your daughter. My condolences, by the way.
I take a big swig of whiskey. I'm like, emphasis on the dead.
Lieutenant Styles will take a second and mutter to herself, like, God, it's been getting worse. She'll look back over at you guys for a second, like she's deciding something. She'll say, maybe there's something you can help me with. It seems that she's ruled you guys out of any wrongdoing in her daughter's death. But it seems that these instances have a sinister connection. She'll kind of look around a little bit before opening a file up and let you guys know that in her own kind of spare time off the company clock, she's been investigating like a series of occurrences like this, like arsons, assaults, robberies, things like that, that all seem to have like some weird connection but seem random at the same time. And Lieutenant Styles will share with you that she's uncovered that these seemingly random events are being caused by either what she suspects to be some kind of rogue netrunner who goes by the Reaper. Now, she's not sure if this netrunner is human, if it's some kind of rabid AI, but she knows it's been causing havoc these last few months, and it seems to have been taken. And it seems to have taken the life of her daughter. So it's become extremely personal. And she says, "I know you guys might not have a dog in this fight, but I'm able to tap into some Militech auxiliary funds to pay you guys."
Oddly enough, we might have a dead dog in this fight. Tell me this. I would be willing to take a cut and pay if you would provide information.
It depends solely on the information, I guess.
I will. Well, you're not here. Fuck off. I did not catch a word of that. Sorry.
Xena's sitting here like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah. I'll cock an eye to Crave and Bakaneko and Ubik and just give a look like, should we go ahead and... I feel like this is our in with Militech as much as anything. You know, this lady seems fairly important. Personal connection. If we can get justice for her daughter, maybe she'll turn a blind eye to the Militech bullshit that's in the basement.
I'll sigh real deep
they
before I
don't know
turn
about-
before I turn up the bottle of whiskey, and I'll look at you and say, I guess I'll look at her and say, I never met anybody in Militech who was cool. And trust me, I know. Are you cool?
She kind of like raises an eyebrow at you. She's like, "Cool, like how?"
Cool,
Let's say I
like how
picture this-
important is it to you to get to the bottom of what happened to your daughter? Information exchange. We keep a secret for you. Maybe you keep one for us.
Well, I assure you, this operation is very much off the books.
That's all I needed to know.
Which also
Perhaps,
means if you chooms get caught up, you're on your own.
Our usual terms then. Perfect. No offense, but seeing as your friends are very much employed by Militech as well, perhaps you would join us privately downstairs for a more intimate discussion. No?
Very well. And she'll kind of like wave a hand, and the SWAT guys will kind of go at rest, and she'll follow you downstairs.
This bitch isn't scared. She's got insurance. I'll take.
Oh yeah, Trauma Platinum, baby.
Yeah.
I was about to say, all my red flags went off when she's like, okay, fine.
Hey, real quick, because I know how you folks work. All recording devices need to be deactivated before you hit that staircase. You understand me?
So kind of give you a side eye and kind of just push a button behind her ear. Very well.
Before they go down there, is Xena's weapon still by the door? Because if they are, she wants to grab those. Real quick.
That's where she left him.
That is where she left.
Don't mind me, just taking your boss into the basement. I need to pick up my machine gun. No worries. Like.
Hey, I just met these guys. I don't know what's going on either. So she's telling the Militech dudes as she goes walking down the stairs behind y'all.
Mateo will.
You lead her to the cryo chambers.
I'll give her the TLDR of what it looked like when he died. Say, Dallas Martin, codename Revenant, was employed by Militech for a number of years and went separate ways. Or so we thought, but this has us wondering if he's been him all along, or if this, and what happened in between. What can you tell us?
Senate Styles will kind of look perplexed. She'll kind of like pick up like a stray pair of forceps off the medical table nearby and kind of poke around in his gunshot wounds. Like, I'm not really very technically oriented, but it's definitely not something I'm familiar with. She'll kind of like take another look at it, and she's like, the hardware's Militech, though. There's no doubt about that. Do you have any more information? Do you have any more information on this, or?
We'll tell her about the
Xena,
white
come down.
fluid.
Xena wants to glance at Ubik, unsure about whether or not to let that information go that she told him earlier.
Thinking, if so, privately, not with all 5 of them. Mostly to 4 solos. Either we can bribe one of the solos or talk to the lieutenant.
I think the solos are all upstairs right now. It's just the lieutenant.
It is just her?
Yeah,
I think she was the only one who came down. Yeah.
Then yeah. We could
Also,
try.
I'm sorry, I forgot we didn't know. I was like, hey, wait a second.
If Ubik gives Xena the nod, she'll be like I don't know how to say it that way.
Project Axolotl.
Yeah, she was gonna tell her that how she knew that, but she don't want to do that. She'll say it might behoove you to look into something called Project Axolotl. I don't know any more than that.
Axolotl.
I think this is the first time Mateo hears about it, and I think just the little bit of knowledge that he might have about axolotls is they regenerate limbs, don't they? Legs, tails, antenna. If I'm not mistaken.
Are you telling me he's coming back?
I'm unlucky enough to believe it is a possibility, yeah.
Okay, so I have to admit, Devin's personal theory is that, like, real Dallas is in a tank somewhere, and that's how they make this Dallas.
That's a good one.
And there's however many, who knows how many ever more.
What does that
Evil
mean?
Dallas,
DM
come get us.
seriously scribbling notes.
It's like,
Yeah, right?
Crazy.
He's the fucking original for a what's it, Jizzers?
For the clone troopers,
Yeah, what's it called? Dune.
stormtroopers,
What's it called? Dune. He's a Gola.
Dunamussy.
Oh, the goal is, oh god.
Except he has real eyes, unlike Golas. Anyway.
Actually, Project Axolotl was taken from. I mean, there is the animal, the axolotls, but it was actually taken from the axolotl tanks from Dune.
That is what they're called. Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
That's where they grow Golas. I'm scared. An interesting note, Dune fact. Only one race knows how to do that. They're the sole controllers of the axolotl tanks. Creepy AF.
Yeah, and it's dark as fuck.
Yeah, don't get me started. Anyway.
Alright. Anyway, Lieutenant Styles will make a note of Project Axolotl. And she will say, offhand, she doesn't know anything. However, you guys help out with her operation and she'll do some digging for you.
I believe that's agreeable. Do you have any leads on this Reaper?
The only lead she has is that it might hit on a drone parade that is going to be hosted in about 2 weeks.
Drone parade.
Yeah, they're going to do like a little, like small drones that are going to do like little air shows and that kind of stuff. Or like little they like group together and make designs in the sky and shit. But she says that it's expected that that will be the next Reaper, the location of the next Reaper attack.
Is this when you say Reaper attack in the same way that we experienced arsons with the musicians?
It appears so. And from what else you guys have told me, it also seems that it was also the cause behind the Hilaria event too, with the Nozo attacks and all.
Didn't y'all just finish fighting some fucking clowns?
Well, technically the thing that was behind it's dead. But well, it's neither here nor there.
Well, the highest ranking thing we met at the time, but I think what our new suited friend here is suggesting is that the Reaper was the one puppeteering them, which certainly seems fitting for that fucking group of clowns.
Oh, that would explain like the blue eyes and the weird activity at the end. Yeah, fair enough.
Big Top was a Nozo too. Oh no.
Oh no, so.
Oh Nozos.
Mateo thinking about how he left his ex-girlfriend in the like sewers. Like I don't even know if I said goodbye or anything. It's fine.
It's fine.
She had Leon.
I bet you guys had a very heartfelt goodbye.
Mateo tried to peel himself away as quick as possible without being noticed.
Fastest.
Right, change your phone number as quick as possible.
Sorry, can't talk. Carrying a body.
But yeah, other than that, Lieutenant Styles will let you know that she will be in touch with any new information, and she'll call you guys the day before the drone parade to do reconnaissance and set up.
Gives us 2 weeks. Maybe we can do a bit of digging on our own.
With that, the fucking Militech SWAT guys leave your base, and you all get to add Veronica Styles to your agents.
Did they knock the
Lieutenant
door off the
was like-
hinges?
Yes.
Before they walk off, I'm going to say, by the way, next time you could just knock.
She's like, well, we'll send you a bill. We'll replace it for you, whatever.
So you send us a bill. Fuck that.
Send you an invoice.
I'll say, Mateo will work, I think, in the vein of thinking of what Dallas would have been doing. Like, fix the door, try to get cameras operational, try to up our security where we don't have, no knock guests anymore. Over the course of this 2 weeks, not necessarily right this instant, but door would be pretty high priority, I think.
While you're doing that, over the course of the next few days, Well, you guys are fixing up the HQ, and Mateo specifically is trying to tinker around with the turrets and all that. From Crave's clinic in the back, you'll hear Dallas's agent start to go off, like he's receiving a phone call.
Xena will tentatively pick it up.
If she checks beforehand, it's a call from Cyrus Fletcher from Ziggurat.
Oh, she doesn't know who that is or why he would be calling. I don't know what she would do.
I can't remember if Dallas told me about Cyrus.
He told everyone about.
I think he told all of us. Yeah.
Okay.
But say, Mateo being with the turrets probably isn't too far away, and we'll say, well, it's a awfully big coincidence, no? Let's answer on. If I put on his hat and answer, do I hear him like through the headset?
I think you gotta answer it. I think he has an external agent.
Yeah, it's not built into my stuff. Xena will hold
Popping
it up
on
to
and
you all seem to be you two seem to be expecting a call from him.
Howdy. I'll say really clunkily into the fucking thing.
Hello, is this Dallas Martin?
Yes, I've come down with a bit of a cold. Sorry. Who's this?
It's a nice accent. Would you mind if I asked where that was from?
Sounded Australian.
Yeah, it's French Australia for sure.
It's French Australia. It's
French
from the desert, my friend. Ooh, it's been a long time. It's been a long time, Cyrus. I'm trying to do a Frenchman's interpretation of a Southern accent. Struggling.
Yes.
It's been a long time there, Hoss.
Right.
How's it cooking?
Well, I got a message from our Metacorp correspondents saying that you wanted to get a hold of me for something.
Cool.
Just
6th
able to return
Street.
your call. 6th Street. That's it. Yes, that's right. Take your Devin.
About the gang?
Well, 6th Street's
Wait,
the
6th
one that gave me the lead.
The solos?
6th Street's the gang that gave Dallas like this contact information that have kind of put.
I see.
We were supposed to go to a meeting. We're supposed to ambush him at a meeting or something.
I don't think so. I think you just called him to try and see if we could meet up with him and get information about because he's research and design at.
Yeah.
So the idea is we just had an in at the company to try and figure out if he knew anything or what was going on.
Well there, Hoss. I was hoping you could tell me something about some bunked up chips we found.
Bunked up chips. And these are Ziggurat chips?
I reckon.
He'll kind of like.
Okay.
He'll kind of change his tone a little bit, and he'll kind of like he's talking a little bit louder, like he's trying to get people nearby to hear him, and he'll be like, "Well, sir, I assure you that there's no problem with any Ziggurat soft or hardware. We make all things with the best quality." And then he hushes. He's like, "Meet me at the Metacorp HQ in the lobby.
See, I mean,
We'll talk more."
see you there, partner.
Hangs up very headedly.
That was a terrible imitation.
To be fair, not something. His accent has always ground my gears a little bit. It's hard to imitate.
Makes you feel better. I can't do. She's supposed to be South American, and I tried all week. I can't. I tried so hard.
South American? That could be a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Colombia.
Maybe one day. Maybe I'll get there.
Maybe one day.
Just talk with a lisp, and you're halfway there.
Wait, don't hang up. When are we supposed to be meeting him?
Said meet him in the lobby. I kind of assumed like
Well,
soonish.
He's standing there waiting on us. It's like a 6-hour drive. Let's get over there.
and you said Metacorp. Is that right? The Metacorp lobby?
No, Metacorp is the Nomad Corporation.
Yeah.
I think I got my stories mixed up a little bit.
So
Ziggurat
the
lobby?
cigarette.
Oh yeah,
Ziggurat lobby. Okay.
should be in
Uh,
the. Actually, it's probably on the map. Hold on a second.
I will, instead of making y'all roleplay it, Xena kind of ask what's going on with these chips, and I imagine y'all give her the down low on all the stuff we just spent the last, 30 minutes rehashing. It's like
I will at some point ask Xena after this. By the way, I have to admit I find it pretty suspicious your timing showing up just before those Militech fuckers come in. They aren't tracking you, are they?
It seemed like they didn't even know Dallas.
I would hope not.
Oh well, they didn't ask about him, but
I would hope not. If I'm being honest with you, Dallas had a little bit of reputation in our line of work. It wasn't terribly difficult to find someone who knew he was squatting here. You think Lazarus was just letting him run around off the leash?
Lazarus.
That was what he did for a living. He was part of Lazarus. He was a private military contractor.
Another thing about resurrection. Interesting.
Lazarus is cool. Cooler version
Oh,
of
shit,
Sixth Street,
right.
in my opinion.
I didn't even put that one together.
But Lazarus is like, it's sort of like 6th Street. Veterans go there to work as private military contractors after they get, because when they get sick of working for corporations, essentially.
So that was that's after Militech.
That's what he did when he got out.
I see.
Became a
I gotcha.
freelancer like Xena. Most of his career was spent in the military, which is military.
All right, if any and or all of you are going to Ziggurat, you guys are about right here in the combat zone of south of the University District. Ziggurat is up here in the Upper Marina area.
Cross City, huh? I do want to do one more thing before we go. One more kind of narrative-y thing. I like to think as they're like leaving, as everyone's kind of filing upstairs to go get into the car and stuff, she wants to check Dallas's jacket. This is gonna be a little bit of a weird question. She's looking for a specific item that Dallas carried on him when they first met, and for as far as she was aware, always carried on him in his jacket. Is that item in his jacket?
I'm assuming it would be.
Okay.
You're looking for his Tamagotchi, yeah? Vintage. Good shit.
So of course this is, she's by herself. She reaches into one of his inner jacket pockets and takes out a leather jacket patch like you'd sew on a leather jacket. This is Al Cacado's. And she'll kind of look at it for a second and has to sort of fight the emotions of like, oh shit, this might have actually really been Dallas. And she will go back up to where y'all are getting ready to get in the car. And before they get in the car, she'll kind of go up to Mateo. She'll go, this might mean a little more to you than it did to me. She'll give him the patch, the jacket patch.
I imagine he recognizes it as something that was on his jacket when he was with the clan.
You'd recognize it as the first patch they were given when they were old enough to drive.
Interesting.
I like that.
Mateo drives with sad music the whole trip. All around me are familiar faces.
Everybody hurts.
Yeah. Well,
It's
All
been a long
That's a good.
got you, my friend.
Alright, if you guys pull up to the Ziggurat building, anyone who would like to may go up into the lobby, which we have right here.
I feel like we shouldn't bombard the fella or cause
He is
a
also
scene.
looking. He is also looking for Dallas. We don't know what he looks
Yeah.
like.
At the time, you'll receive a text from Fletcher saying, "The lobby was a little too hot. I am on the sky bridge on the 12th floor."
I don't like that.
I don't like this either.
Seems like
make
the
it-
perfect place to suicide someone. I'm just saying.
It's letting you through. He is lets you guys know that if you guys can get through security, pretty easily. Let him know that you have a appointment with John Williams in the research and development division.
The composer? Holy shit! A big fan.
About to say.
You think they'll let us go through?
I think Mateo is going to just try to keep up the facade that Dallas is here. Throw on the jacket, the hat, the comms, like lower the brim, and just like try to not like. These people probably don't know Dallas, so that's fine. But like, he'll be incognito for when the guy sees him, or Cyrus. But yeah.
I just pictured like the worst John Wayne impression of all time.
He's walking really bow-legged unnecessarily.
Right.
Spur sounds.
Mm-hmm. All right. Quick question: How are
his
you
gun
guys?
tucked in his belt.
Yeah, I was about to say, how are you guys dressed right now?
They can make us check their weapons.
Because like you are just kind of walking into an office lobby.
Cowboy veteran chic.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always wearing business-ish attire.
Xena will stay in her tracksuit, sporty attire. She will leave the eskrima sticks and the SMG in the trunk.
I'm still in my Neo Tokyo baggy clothes.
I don't know.
I would have both of my pistols. I could pass one of those off to her.
I think they're gonna make us check weapons in the trunk. I can take them in with us until they ask us to let go of them. She didn't seem shy about leaving them last time. She's still not shy about leaving. I don't need weapons to kill people.
I'm wearing like black lace-up Ariat boots, and
Gross.
Oh, I got
like Japanese joggers.
Fancy pants, Rich
But-
McGee over here.
Mostly, what I'm asking if you guys are going in like heavily armed or not.
Yeah, I never take
I
my
think
stuff off.
subtly, I'm packing heat, but I'm not like, necessarily got them out and about. Maybe tucked under the jacket, like wearing Dallas's holster, because I think he has a dual arm holster like that.
Speaking
Buddy,
you guys
I'll walk around the street with an assault rifle strapped to my back.
You guys head to the elevator. There is a security guard that will stop you and make you check weapons before you head up.
Can I deception check to leave just one pistol?
Reveal and conceal objects,
check
Reveal and
concealable.
and then any weapon that is concealable, you would be able to.
They're a handgun. I think they are, but I will check real quick.
Like the big ones, like Dallas
Here.
was not. Even my eskrima sticks are not. So I will leave the
Yeah.
eskrima sticks and the SMG in the car.
The Beretta and the Fox dual action are both concealable. Conceal and reveal object. That's a big 9.
Isn't that also the
No.
Matrix? That gift, the Matrix.
Yes.
With a 9, as you're trying to walk through Mateo, he kind of like stops you and gestures to the gun that you just tried to hide and be like, "That one too, son."
Yep.
What's the matter to you anyway?
You'll receive them back upon exiting the ziggurat office.
Mateo keeps in mind he has a fucking 3-foot metal rod in his arm and be like, I don't need it, and pass it off and go.
I'll give him my stuff, I guess.
It's alright, big guy. I can take care of us. Like I said,
I hope that was Dallas.
Check the urge to be
Or Mateo. I ain't,
I'll
he
check
ain't
the
talking
urge
to
to
me
be
like that.
She is not at all worried about leaving her weapons behind.
If she's chromed out as much as you say, you don't need it. I think my melee is more than like my weapon damage. Like my brawling is like 46 or something stupid.
Yeah, it's melee's kind of broken in this game a little bit. The only problem is you could just get shot while doing it. All right, you guys make it up to the elevator to the 12th floor. Make it through security without too much of a problem. Make it up to a sky bridge that connects you to the building across the street.
All right, all right.
The sky bridge itself is empty except for one nervous-looking man sitting on a
Nina,
bench.
no! Okay.
He's got a briefcase hugged up to his chest. He's looking around frantically.
He doesn't
Hello.
look like this is. He doesn't look very happy to be here.
It might be fuck. If this guy is kill chipping people, I'm worried he won't be around much longer, but I'll just play it cautious.
I don't
Maybe
think
try
he
to
would
keep
be
him-
the one. He just might be able to get us the info, is what I gather.
So far, everyone who has been tied to it, though, has gone up. I don't think he necessarily is, but I don't know. I wouldn't rule it out just yet. He's off.
Also, with that in mind, I would be kind of like maybe on the perimeter as a lookout, see if anybody is looking into his location, following him. Are there any like cameras in the lobby or wherever we're at?
Up on the sky bridge, there are cameras, but it seems that Cyrus has positioned himself in a dead spot.
Sweet, good thinking, Cyrus.
Smart man.
Yeah, I'll wherever. Like, if is there only one entrance? Is that what I'm saying? To here?
Yeah, there's one entrance back into the Ziggurat building. The area on your right leads to the building across the street.
We would have come out here. I understand.
Yeah,
Mateo
I'll
will keep his hat down and like saunter over there. Bonjour, partner.
Dallas Martin, I presume?
Couldn't make it. Indisposed. I'm a close contact. You're Cyrus, no?
That's me. I gotta say, partner, it's, I've seen a lot of crazy things in Night City, but, can't say I've seen a French cowboy yet.
Just be glad I didn't fit into his boots, otherwise would have been far too comfortable. Dallas,
Right.
you had information for Dallas, no?
Well, there's a little bit of information. He's heard he was poking around about some supposed and alleged faulty software coming out of Ziggurat.
Yes, we've been tracking that case for a few weeks now.
Interesting. All of our other sources, we've tried to keep it as little of a case as possible. You guys are over here working on it. That's neat. That's neat.
We're
Kind of look around a little bit.
I don't like that at all.
oh yeah. You expecting company, friend?
Well, nothing besides you guys, but I don't know if you guys are cool enough yet. You guys seem to be on the in, which is weird.
You want to do a bump of black
Like-
lace? We can show you how cool we can get real quick. You know, it won't take long.
I kind of nervously chuckle, and he's like, "No, thank you."
I don't even know if it's injected or snorted or what, but Mateo's like prepping a line or the equivalent thereof. Just oh, all right, more from me.
What he's getting
Xena, you
to
want
is,
to? This?
what he's getting to is he's kind of curious how you guys got involved in this case in the first place. I mean, he's like, you guys already know, so the case, like, the seal's been broken a little bit, but I've been trying my damnedest to keep this under wraps, and you guys just kind of just know about it. So I'm just a little confused.
Whoever is utilizing this technology is being rather proactive. We've been trying to stop a number of crimes that have led back to them. Different arsons around the city at various events, as well as the rise of a bozo subculture, nozos, as we've been calling them. Whoever's flicking the kill switch is doing seems to have their fingers in far too many pies. We've had at least 4, I believe, that have been terminated remotely by this, and all of them. I don't know if that's true. All of them we suspect have had ties to Ziggurat.
So I thought we read about this on the news.
Well, we heard about it initially on the news, yeah.
Bump, 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 bump. Yeah, but not really to the extent that you guys know about it, though.
No.
Yeah.
Cyrus kind of stopped for a second. He'd be like, all right, since you guys already know, I've been privately tracking this anomaly a little bit. It seems like it came out of the research and division department, and it's making me look a little bad coming from the up tops. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I kind of skimped a little bit on the security protocols. I mean, those IT guys, they just you always gotta pay them so much.
And then they just play video games the whole day. They don't even get anything done. No, it's bullshit.
I gotta deal with coders, all that shit. I just didn't feel like dealing with it. You know what I mean? But it seems like it seems like something even more sinister than just corporate incompetence is going on here. I'd like to hire you guys to maybe help me look into it a little bit.
We could certainly be persuaded. It's the 5 of us plus Dallas, of course. So you'll need to pay 6 shares of funds.
All right, after some brief negotiations, he'll kind of come up with a pay for you guys, and he'll let you know that there's a old Militech warehouse on the edge of town in southern Santo Domingo that he's pretty sure might have an old server bank. That whatever is operating through their software to do these acts seems to be pinging off of this server bank.
Interesting. Militech.
Plus any salvage we find, we can sell.
I do like the sound of money. Xena also looks a little nervous that this goes back to Militech.
Cyrus will kind of pick up on like that look that she makes, and he'll be like, you involved with Militech?
Professionally, but not any more than that. They give me the ick.
Well, then you should know that this is a facility that I haven't used in quite some time. Wasn't cost effective, and it was even less cost effective to decommission it, so they just kind of built on top of it.
So it's under.
So I assure you, nothing that you find in here will be missed.
Including ourselves when we die.
Hey, maybe we've got metal bones there too, friends. There's a light at the end of that tunnel, no?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna send rescue or anything, so.
By the way, do you have insurance?
Inside
Just out
check.
of curiosity.
He's like, well, he's Cyrus to look at you, and he'd be like, well, I do, but you know.
Yeah.
So he's gonna pay
An
us to
abandoned
go here.
Militech.
He's gonna pay
What's
us.
the mission? To go there and just dig around?
Well, yeah, you guys don't have to do that immediately, though.
We don't have to necessarily destroy the server. He just wants to know what's going on there.
So you guys have a couple leads going on.
We'll check it out, and certainly bring you any scrap that we find. Since it is unused, do you think it will be guarded by Militech forces?
Shouldn't be guarded by anything active. There might be some stray automated systems, but other than that, that should be it. Maybe a stray turret or two, but there shouldn't be any personnel there. Besides, I just need you guys to get to the server bank more than anything. Check his data log, see if there's any pings to our Ziggurat HQ.
In the little comms channel pop up, edgerunner style, you'll see Mateo like, wonder if any of that old tickets, any of those old servers have any info on Axolotl. We were thinking around, even if it wasn't for this. I say we head there when we can.
I'll ping back in the thing and say, you don't think it's suspicious that a nervous man on a balcony sent us to an old abandoned Militech warehouse that seems to have an active server? Does it not seem
I think
weird?
all of it's very suspicious. I'm kind of wondering if he's going to go splat here in a second to make a lovely little stain on the sidewalk, but... or if he's not shot beforehand.
Yeah.
Cyrus will kind of poke up and he'll be like, "You guys are loud whisperers."
Yeah, and
Texting,
whatever
shut
medical
up.
coverage, whatever medical coverage you pay for is not going to save you from a 12-foot or a 12-story drop, now is it? Why don't you mind your business?
He's like, "Okay, that's fair. That's fair." And kind of like timidly, kind of like goes back down.
Hey, why are you telling us this now? You said you wanted to keep it under wraps. Well, you think it's time to blow the lid off this? What are you getting out of it?
Well, my normal operations, I normally send nomads or Medicorp personnel, but I don't know. This seems a little bit more like this, a little bit more sophistication than a bunch of, you know.
You can call him. Tell him what you think. Just say what you think.
He's like, I need some actual edgerunners on this.
All right. You were close.
Well.
As long as you can kick some 80s our way, this should be fun.
I was like, Cyrus will let you know that he's got pretty liberal access to the research fund over at Ziggurat.
Not liberal enough to pay for IT guys and their security software.
Listen, man. It's about cost effectiveness, okay?
If you got liberal access to R&D and you're working on chips, I got a suggestion. You know, I'll drop in the suggestion box later, whatever. A close friend of mine would have really appreciated the ability to shoot 2 pistols at once without having any kind of negative repercussions. I don't know what kind of chip it would take to do something like that, but I bet it would sell like hotcakes. I'm just saying.
Xena
Matt,
looks very...
You might want to talk to your Chicano friend there.
Xena looks very sad for a moment. Just a second or two. That's gonna be funny. I'll wait till we leave.
All the software, Cowboy Akimbo. Okay, sorry, that's...
Alright, whatever. If it's a trap, I guess I'll just kill whatever stands between me and what we're trying to do. It's what I normally do.
We'll scope it out, see if we can't jack in before we actually enter.
So,
Plus, if it feels makes you feel better, you can ride shotgun and have the turret. It's fun. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of missing Dallas' motorcycle. There were 3 of us stacked back there, and it was really cramped. My legs went a little numb. I'm not used to it.
I thought about trying to make it a little sidecar thing, but I need this like Batmobile style where it's like the motorcycle is built around, like there's a car built around the motorcycle and it can detach from, you know. I'll work on some things. It'll take some time.
All right. We are at 11:30. You guys have some decent leads, but we're gonna take a 10-minute break real quick because I gotta go to the bathroom before we switch tones for the last little bit.